Well, at least for now, we don't have to worry about putting the Chiefs in the top 10. Beat them, Cowboys, on Thanksgiving. I'm
Oh,
begging you.
yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but let's focus on
Come
this
on.
week.
Do it. Do it. Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that we are starting to get a clearer picture of who the best teams in the NFL are. I'm Giuseppe,
I'm Antonios.
and today Tony is going to rank his top 10 teams in the league heading into week 12. We're basically two-thirds of the way through the season now. So, yeah, it's starting to get exciting.
Oh, yeah. And can't wait for the holiday season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, and what makes it even better, a much better gift this holiday, if it keeps it up, is that the Chiefs and Ravens both might not make the playoffs.
Yeah. that'd be
More
nice.
specifically, the Chiefs. You know, it'd be really funny if the Panthers make the playoffs and not the Chiefs. Imagine how funny that would be.
They have a better record than Chiefs right now.
I wonder if that would be on nobody's bingo card.
Nope.
Nobody's.
Nope.
So, all right. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the honorable mentions one by one this time just because there's certain things I want to say about each of them because they're both a little different situations. So, the first one I'm going to start with is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, the Steelers right now, there's some promise that I'm seeing. Not necessarily offensively, but defensively, because the past few weeks, their defense has looked more like what we wanted when the season started with how much they're paying them.
I'm almost worried that's a problem, though.
That could be a
because
problem.
Their offense didn't do that much until the fourth quarter.
Right.
So,
But what I'm saying is that
I guess the Bengals defense.
Yeah, and so the thing for me though in overall is that does show promise, and I do know that Aaron Rodgers will probably step up. He does have the wrist injury. Hopefully he plays against the Bears because I would love to see that happen, especially if they beat him. But again, the reason why they're honorable mention though is because they're still a concern now. Now their defense is playing well ever since they put Jalen Ramsey at safety. Really smart move. There's the offensive concern, and it's like when it comes to any team this year, can both stay consistent? Look at the Rams. Can you just stay consistent like that? You know, it's like defense is better. Oh, offense can relax. No, offense do well. Oh, defense can relax. No. So that's the concern. That's the concern. As long as they get their offense in check, they could start winning a lot, and that's why they're an honorable mention. The last honorable mention I would like to mention is the Carolina Panthers. Now, because they're 6-5, is the only reason why I'm not putting in the top 10, and another reason why is because they're a very flip-flop team, roller coaster ride. I did find out that every game where they've won the coin toss, they've won, but every game they haven't won the coin toss, they've lost.
That is like
true. It's true.
Had they deferred each time?
I don't know.
Had they received each time they lost?
I don't know, but they're 6-0 when they've won the coin toss and 0-5 when they've lost the coin toss. So honestly, the thing that's weird though is they don't show who wins the toss. So we'll have to listen very closely Monday night if they won the toss.
Maybe they need to appeal to switch it to rock paper scissors. Maybe they'd be better at that.
And so there are two quarterbacks right now that honestly I would trust in the fourth quarter comeback right now, and that's Bo Nix and Bryce Young, which is so weird to say. They're both quarterbacks that, like, in the fourth quarter when they need them to get the game-winning drives, they've done it. They've both done it this year. They both have done it multiple times. Bryce Young's done it a lot. Cowboys, Packers.
Would you say
he did against the Falcons?
Baker Mayfield over Bryce Young because of what he did at the start of the year before he started losing everybody?
So Baker Mayfield too. But I'm saying currently right now. I mean, if the Buccaneers had a drive to go down right now because they're injured, I don't know. But if they were a little healthier, I would say yes, like no question. But for the Panthers, it's like I can't put them in top 10 until they become more consistent. So for now, you're an honorable mention. Now we're getting to the actual top 10. And at number 10, welcome, Chicago Bears.
Hey.
Now, I know a lot of people probably think they deserve to be higher. But realistically, they don't because they're beating bad teams. Which
barely.
And it's barely. They keep having these comebacks. But I do have to give a little shout out to them because they are looking better than last year with Ben Johnson. But there's some more tough games coming up, which we'll see what they're actually made of. They had to play the Packers twice. I think if Aaron Rodgers plays, and we'll find out whether it's Aaron Rodgers that owns the Bears or the Packers own the Bears. So there's the concern of Bears, you haven't really played anybody challenging, and when you did, I think you lost. You even lost to the Vikings the first time, and you lost to Ravens without Lamar. So there's still the concern of like, okay, you are winning these close games, but not in the same way as other teams. And I just don't know where you're actually at. And you're the kind of team where I feel like you would lose your first playoff game, even though you have a good record. So
Wouldn't you trust Caleb Williams to go down the field too? He's been doing it like 3 weeks in a
no,
row.
this past week against the Vikings, the punt return got them to like the Vikings 40.
I
So
know.
no.
I'm just joking with you.
So so I have to give the credit where credit's due. They are 7-3. They're in top of the division. So that's why you deserve number 10. Now at number 9, you have the Seattle Seahawks. Again, another team that most people have higher up. But the game this past Sunday just proved my point about the Seahawks. When they play a good team, game is close, Sam Darnold's going to make some turnovers, and that's what's going to be ultimately the reason why they lose. One of the picks they had, they were in a scoring position. He threw a pick. Imagine if they got a field goal on that drive. It would have been 22-21 at that point. It would have been a much different situation for the Rams and the Seahawks. So, yeah, it brought my concerns, but they're still obviously a top 10 team because their defense is that good. And I don't think, based off their schedule, I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs because their schedule's pretty easy. So they deserve to be in top 10, but as I said, against the Rams game, it showed my concern, and that concern is, will they even win a playoff game? But for now, number 9 in the top 10. Number 8, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, you've fallen, Buccaneers, and it hurts me to pull you this far back, but realistically, you guys have been losing some pretty critical games. Panthers are now have the same amount of wins as you do. You're in a place where you can't make any more errors, and you guys got to get healthy. If you guys don't get healthy, there is the concern that you could miss the playoffs because you're in that position right now. I trust Baker, but if everyone keeps getting hurt, and if he doesn't get that connection with Ibuka, it's just nothing works for them. They did keep scoring in the Bills game, but then in the fourth quarter, everything just kind of went backwards because the Bills defense finally saw your game plays, read it, stopping it. And, I do trust Bake. If the game was closer, I think the Buccaneers would have gone down to get a game-winning drive. But they were in a position where they just couldn't come back. And there is the concerns of, if you keep falling behind like this, will you be able to come back? Not to mention you play the Rams this Sunday. So that's going to be very difficult. Not to mention if Panthers win, you will no longer be in top of your division. So this week, I don't expect you to win. But if you guys don't start stepping up after this week, you're in trouble. So that being said, number 8, hopefully, I pray that you guys keep moving up. Number 7, you have the Buffalo Bills. You guys are weird this year. Really weird.
You're like a better version of the Panthers.
Basically, it's like Dolphins. The first game was a little closer for comfort. Then this time you get crushed by them. And you lose to the Falcons, who are super consistent. But then again, the Falcons looked really good in that game. It wasn't even like you guys looked bad. It's just Falcons looked really good.
No, they looked
okay,
bad.
No, sorry. Let me correct myself. They did look bad, but the Falcons' defense was bringing a ton of pressure and all these different. The Falcons looked good. The Buffalo's offense and defense didn't play well, but the Falcons just looked really powerful in that game at the same time. But you've had a lot of great games where you won. Josh Allen was the first quarterback ever with 3 rushing touchdowns in a single game. So impressive job there. And after watching that game on Sunday, it took away my concerns of you missing the playoffs because there was that concern I had before. But now, after seeing this past Sunday, you being the Buccaneers, Josh Allen really stepping up, it just makes me understand, okay, you guys are going to make the playoffs. The big question is, how far will you go? So for now, number 7, if you keep playing the way you did Sunday, you will definitely keep moving up. Number 6, you have the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers were healthy this entire year. They might be 8-9-1 right now, the best team in the NFL. And they're starting to get healthy, not defensively, but offensively. And their defense has been holding it together pretty well without their best players. There were some concerns with the offense and things like that. Christian McCaffrey's playing amazing. Brock Purdy's back, having that connection with George Kittle. And yeah, they're starting to look like a really good team, even without their best players. I don't think they're necessarily Super Bowl contenders right now because of how banged up they are. But if they weren't, I would say the most obvious teams would be like 49ers, Patriots, and that'd be really cool Super Bowl actually. Um, but yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit for how many injuries they've gone through and how they keep fighting and the record that they have. And with how
Shout out Robert Sala.
yeah, shout out Robert Sala. Like, dude, pay him lots of money to keep him.
Don't let anybody take
don't
him.
let anybody
away.
take him.
Just
Don't let
keep
anybody
on
take
your
him.
Team.
Keep him. And at like when you have your two best defensive players injured for rest of the season and you're still playing the way you do, that's impressive. So Monday night will be an interesting game. That's for sure. But right now, you are number 6 and is a very well-deserved position. Now we're getting into the top 5. And first up at number 5, you have the Philadelphia Eagles. Their offensive coordinator is awful. Their offense has not clicked yet. They've only had like one game where they looked really good offensively. But the credit I have to give to the Eagles is their defense. That defensive line these past couple weeks, ever since they got Jalen Phillips, they just keep plowing through some of the best offensive lines. And they're just breaking through, bringing pressure, and messing up the game plays. The quarterbacks have less than 2 seconds to get the ball out almost every time because of the pressure they're bringing. And honestly, that could be enough to win a ton of games. If the team can't score and your offense is talented but wacky at the point right now because offensive coordinator who they should fire, you're still going to win games because you're stopping the other team. There was that questionable call with the Lions with the PI, which is technically A.J. Brown doing PI, not the defensive player. But at the same time, they're winning games. I don't see them losing a ton of games. I think there's a chance they could get the number 1 seed. I don't think it'll happen, though, because of the Rams. But yeah, their defensive line is just so good that that's just deserving enough to be in the top 5. Number 4, you have the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts had a bye week this week. There's not much to say. Daniel Jones had the bad game against the Steelers. Rough first half with the Falcons. Then he started clicking again. Jonathan Taylor is a highly favorable MVP, like top 3 MVP candidate as the runner back. If he keeps up what he's doing, I think there's a decent shot he could get it, depending how the quarterbacks perform. Matthew Stafford, like Drake May. And their defense, their team is well rounded, very solid. The only concern about the Colts is Daniel Jones going to start being bad again? If that is, their season's screwed. Everything they had at the beginning of the season looks so good, they're going to be screwed. And the one thing I realize is if they can stop Jonathan Taylor, everything goes out of whack for the offense. So if the Chiefs can do that this Sunday, there's a good chance the Colts could lose. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope the Colts just demolish them because that would be super amazing. Don't know if it's going to happen. Depends if they can stop Jonathan Taylor or not. So that's why they're number 4, because it's like they're obviously a well-rounded team, but the big question is, can Daniel Jones keep up the work? So with that being said, number 4, Indianapolis Colts.
Please win.
Number 3, you have the Denver Broncos. The Broncos having some of the most impressive comeback games I've ever seen. It's like every time. First 3 quarters, nothing's clicking. Fourth quarter, all of a sudden, Bo Nix looks like the MVP.
Except in this game, he actually looked solid.
In this game, he actually looks solid against the Chiefs' defense. And
wow, it's like Chiefs' defense is his favorite defense to play against. Wow.
I get, yeah. And, there was on that last drive that really good pass he made to get them into the field goal position. And it's just the Broncos, like, if what Bo Nix did against the Chiefs keeps up, because I feel like last year Bo Nix kind of took him time to start playing well. Like, he started progressing throughout the season. It looks like he possibly could be doing that right now. And if that's the case, they're going to start, offensively, they're going to start going off and look really impressive. J.K. Dobbins out for the season. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing because it gives Harvey a chance to kind of like show what he's made of. And against the Chiefs, he didn't do much. But again, Chiefs' defensive line is really good. So the Broncos having a really impressive win. Their defense is arguably the number 1 defense in the NFL right now. They could possibly break the NFL record with like most sacks in a single season by defense.
They're on pace to destroy that record.
Yeah, they're on pace to destroy that. And their secondary, even without Pat Surtain, did really good against Patrick Mahomes. And so that's also really, because not to mention, the Chiefs are healthy right now. They're all healthy. After that bye week, they're all healthy. They had everyone they needed, and they still lost to the Broncos. The Broncos still held them really well. So that's a positive sign for all NFL fans that aren't Chiefs fans. So with that being said, well-deserved number 3 Broncos, and who knows, you keep it up, and you do keep beating all these teams, you could possibly get that number 1 seed. Number 2, this will probably surprise Giuseppe. You have the LA Rams.
I expected that.
The
Honestly.
Rams are the well-balanced team in the NFL without any question. The only thing is I thought their offense was going to do better against the Seahawks. Now, to be fair, they played it safe. That's fine.
Me personally, I think that was their plan going into it. Their plan was Sam Darnold's going to make mistakes, so we're just not going to make mistakes, and we're going to win this football game.
Yes, and it was a little close for comfort, though, because 61-yard field goal, I think it was just far enough. It was just too far right. So they could have won that game on the last second field goal. Again, their defense did an amazing job locking down JSN, getting the 4 interceptions from Sam Darnold. Everything that I expected happened, except I was just hoping their offense would do a little more. Like Matthew Stafford had 130 yards. Again, probably what Giuseppe says is true. They're playing it safe, not taking any risks. Totally fine. But in the playoffs, you got to be a risk-taking team.
Well, it's not the playoffs.
It's not the playoffs. I'm not saying that that's what we're going to do in the playoffs. But there's just another team that I just want to give a shout-out to this week is number 1. So that's why the LA Rams are number 2. Number 1, you all probably have already guessed it, the New England Patriots.
They're back.
They're probably back. And it's like right now I'm okay with it. But like 2 years down the road, I'm not going to be okay with it.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Patriots fans, you are the luckiest fan base in the world for the 21st century.
Well, again, we got
you guys have preschoolers who haven't experienced
I'm gonna say something.
A Super Bowl championship.
Oh
my goodness, how butthurt that
I'm going to say maybe just should have been a Cowboys fan, dum-dum.
Well,
so
you can blame my older brother.
You grew up with Tom Brady. You could have watched it like, hey, I like that team. I'm going to root for the Patriots. You could have been that kid.
I didn't pay that much attention to football until my older brother indoctrinated me to be a Cowboys fan.
That's your loss. I wasn't that dumb.
You didn't pick the Patriots.
And I picked the Patriots. I liked Aaron Rodgers. I was like, I like Aaron Rodgers. So as a kid, I was more of a player fan than a team fan. So, which I think is a smarter move in my opinion.
Yeah.
So the Patriots, the Rams are a better, well-rounded team than the Patriots. But the difference is the Patriots are playing so well with not having the best rounded team. It's because they do really good job with teamwork. They're not the flashiest players. They're not the best players out there, but they're working as a team, and that's why the record is so high. So me personally, if you're a team with not the best players in the NFL and you're playing this well, I think if you have the right coach, you don't need the best players in the NFL to be amazing. Like you look at Tom Brady when he was with the Patriots. He had that 1 year he had the season with Randy Moss where they looked really good, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. When the years Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, he had a really good tight end. He had a solid wide receiver, Julian Edelman, but they didn't have, besides Gronkowski, there was no one amazing on that Patriots offense. There was nobody flashy, nobody out of the charts level players. And defensively, everyone was just well-rounded too. So when you have a well-rounded team with A+ quarterback like Drake May, that's all you need to win. And that's why I'm giving them the number 1 over Rams, because they have a young quarterback. He doesn't have Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams as his wide receivers, and he's still playing and putting up the same numbers as Matthew Stafford almost. So that's really impressive with the players he has. So with that being said, that's why I have Patriots at number 1. So there you have it, guys. My top 10. You have the Patriots, the Rams, the Broncos, the Colts, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Bills, the Buccaneers, the Seahawks, the Bears, and honorable mentions of Panthers and Steelers. Now, before we get into talking about it, I just want to give you reference to what the NFL did for their top 10.
Oh, boy.
And I think we both agree that this was kind of like really out of whack. Number 1's Rams. Cool.
Okay.
Number 2's Colts. Number 3's Eagles. No.
Nope.
Sorry. They got to go back a little bit. Top 5 is generous. I thought 5 was pretty generous. I just want to give a shout out for the defensive line. 4 is Seahawks. No.
That's a little too high.
Too high. 5 is Broncos. I mean, that's fine. You want to put it at 5? Okay. 6 Patriots. They need to go higher. Even he agrees. Higher.
Yeah.
Look at what they've done with their group. Number 7 is the Bills. I mean, that's where I put the Bills. It's fine. It's just around that. Around 7's okay. 8 is Lions. Sorry, they're too out of whack right now for me to actually put them in the top 10. Number 9's Packers. Same. Too wacky. And number 10 is 49ers. And honestly, 49ers should go higher. So, yeah, I think most people would agree that the NFL top 10 is
In
no.
other words,
Which one would you rather have? My top 10 or their top 10? Just before we
well,
talk.
yours.
Okay.
But
So, what do you
no,
think?
In other words, NFL, whoever made that top 10 for you, we're coming for your
Is
job.
it-
Anyway, so
All right. So, what do you think?
overall, it's fine. It's not like
Nothing crazy.
nothing crazy or anything. But before I get into the team that I actually want to move up significantly, I want to address your argument for the Patriots being number one.
Okay.
So your argument was that they don't have that great of a team.
No, they have a great team, but they don't have these super talented players like Puka and Devontae Adams.
But wouldn't that be a reason that the Rams are better? This is just the first part of my argument.
No, because I'm saying the Patriots could possibly beat the Rams without all those weapons.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm
If
saying
they play each other right now,
is that like if we were doing a list for the team that was overachieving the most based on what you said, then yeah, the Patriots would definitely be.
they're not overachieving. I mean, they're overachieving, but that doesn't mean anything bad.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything bad. I'm just saying that it wasn't a very good argument to use
Yes, it
against
is.
the Rams, who have beaten some really good teams.
Yeah.
Like so,
Who the Patriots beat good teams?
Patriots beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Who else did they beat?
Doesn't matter.
It kind of does. When the Rams just beat the Seahawks.
Seahawks, who I said are going to be exposed, and they were.
Yeah, they were exposed.
They were
but
exposed.
I think that you saw how great their defense is, though.
I think Patriots would have done. Actually, I think the Patriots would have done better in that game than the Rams because their Patriots defense is good. They still would have gone turnovers, and I think Drake May is just much more clutch.
I think Drake May would have had a few turnovers in that game.
I think it would have had maybe one. But again, turnovers isn't bad if that means
It's
if
not
that means you
but
okay, let's
unless
say,
you have a Josh Allen performance, then the turnovers don't matter. Okay?
yes, that's what I'm saying
So-
though. It's like if you there's this old saying, old strategy quarterback. If you're not like Peyton Manning, Phil Simms quarterbacks, if you're not throwing picks, you're not taking risk. Drake May takes risk, and
That's
nor
not
and like
necessarily always a good idea, though.
yes, it is. It's called taking risk, but not being stupid. There's a difference between stupid and risk taking, Seppi.
Yes.
There's a difference. Dak is the stupid risk taker. And then there's a different kind of risk taker. Like Nick Foles in the year he won a Super Bowl. He threw a lot of very risky passes, but they all became successful. It's about timing and things like that. And Drake May is super accurate. Like when you watched him when he threw the 60-yard pass to the goalpost.
Also, just another small thing. Let's slow down with Drake May a little bit. This was his first actual year looking good.
No, last year he looked good too. It's called it looked like they were intentionally not winning to get good draft picks so they're out of the playoffs.
I'm just saying that after this season, let's see what he look like next season once they have the book on him, basically, like they did with Jane Daniels last year.
Jane Daniels was looking pretty good this
He
year.
did not look good this year.
Yes, he did, and he got hurt.
He didn't look good this year.
Yes, he did, and he got hurt.
Played.
Yes, he did, he got hurt.
Maybe week 1 he looked good, but that's it.
Yeah, then he got hurt in the Packers game.
My point is that he
use your brain, Seppi.
He hasn't looked good.
Don't use your cowboy brain. Use your real brain. Come on, buddy. Think.
I'm just saying, let's slow down on he's the next Tom Brady. Patriots fans, I don't want you to be disappointed if it doesn't come true. That's all I'm gonna say.
You got it. If Drake May right now with only having veteran wide receiver Stephon Diggs as your only actual big target, I think it's impressive.
Well, okay, yeah. So anyway, what I think,
teamwork is better than talent.
Rams have played a harder schedule. They've won the same number of games, or they have the same number of losses. So I just think that, and also they lost to the Raiders week 1. Patriots.
Yeah, because they're a new, fresh team. They lose to Raiders, and then again, week 1, you can never define team in week 1 ever. The Patriots lost to Raiders, and then look what happened. When you watch that game, you recognize it's a new, fresh team getting to know each other in the first game of the week, and then look what they've done ever since.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're going like the Rams look good, you can't penalize them for having good players, though. That's not fair, honestly.
What do you mean?
You're penalizing them because they have better wide receivers.
No, I think the Rams are a great team and they have great wide receivers. But the one thing that I think you deserve to give a team an edge is when you don't have those great wide receivers and you're still putting up the same numbers as that quarterback.
But what I'm saying is that when they play a legitimate defense,
the Patriots?
yeah, they might not be able to look as good as they are because they don't have those players.
Okay, so who have the Patriots beat so far? Do you know?
they've been the Bills. That's the only good team that I can think of that they've beaten.
What defense? They've won against the Browns defense, played pretty well. Panthers defense is solid this year, and they crushed that defense.
Panthers defense isn't that.
Yes, they are.
They're
Their defense
average.
is solid. Their defense is pretty solid.
They're average.
And the Patriots scored
I'm
42
saying a
points.
top 5 defense.
Browns defense is arguably top 5 defense, and they still play well against them.
They've had some weeks where they didn't look good. So I'm just saying.
No, when I watched those weeks, it looks like they give no effort. Like when I watched it, like I understood because the first game I actually watched where the game seemed to look closer to what I actually seen was the
So
Patriots
maybe
Jets Thursday night.
they looked that way because they were having their not trying week against the Patriots. That's what I'm saying. That's what you just said.
No, Patriots, like when they play someone like the Jets, they beat them without looking like they like they even like put in an effort. Like they just looked like they were there. It looked like they were just playing around with the Jets. And that's probably what they do against the bad teams this year. Is they're not risking injuries, doing crazy things when they know that's what Tom Brady did against
they
bad
don't
teams.
need to.
That's what Tom Brady against bad teams.
My point
They didn't
is
show a ton
that
of effort and they still beat
they
them.
have to play more. Like, let's see how they look when they play the Bills again. And
Or I think the Bills can win
and then
this time
if
because
the
they need it more.
Ravens are looking better, then maybe like if their defense is improved by some miracle, which I don't actually think it is.
Let me ask you a question.
then
Did you
we'll
think the
see
Commanders were going to beat the Lions last year in the divisional round?
No, but the Lions
did.
defense was absolutely
I did.
destroyed. Well, actually, I had a feeling they could, but like
You didn't think it would actually happen?
I
did.
I had a feeling.
I
but
did.
I
I knew they were going to beat them. I picked them to win. And I was right. Because, again, I'm telling you,
Jared
Lions.
Goff
No,
lost that game.
listen.
But anyway,
The Lions are also a team with all this talent. But then you have a team like the Commanders last year who relied on teamwork with a really good quarterback, and they won. That's what I see with the Patriots right now. So that's why I'm saying if they played the Rams, that's the kind of it's similar scenario of Commanders Lions last year where they beat the Lions.
well, I'm just
Very
saying,
similar scenario.
we can't say for sure until they play that team, so we're gonna have to wait.
Of
and see.
course, that's what you always say.
There aren't that many teams in the AFC that I would put the. It would basically be if they make to the Super Bowl and they play a Rams team with that defense, or if they play the Broncos in the playoffs, then that might be not good for them. That's all I'm saying. So, okay.
You just don't want another Patriots dynasty, which I don't either, but I'm seeing it.
I don't care that much. I'm
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
sure,
If the
of course you
Patriots
do.
go to the Super Bowl and win, but I'm
Sure.
just saying that I just think we need to slow down on the Patriots hype just a little bit.
No, but I'm saying they look really good right now.
They look really good against bad competition.
Not just bad competition. They've beat the Bills.
They beat the Bills,
Yeah.
who are been so inconsistent.
Still. The Rams beat the Seahawks, who I thought that's not even a challenging team to beat. Who else does the Rams beat?
The Seahawks are a hard team to beat because of that defense.
I told you that I had no concerns of Rams winning that game. Like I thought the Rams would
Okay, you know
win.
what?
No
Okay,
concern.
with that being said, I would move Seattle up to 7.
Okay.
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 Okay, you don't have why did you not put them at 7 then? How about that? Why?
Because I picked the Bills or Buccaneers. Buccaneers beat Seahawks earlier. That's why I put Buccaneers above them.
Okay, well, how about we just
And not to mention,
Okay, I would
not
say
to mention, the Buccaneers are a banged up team, and Baker Mayfield could probably still beat the Seahawks. Whereas the Seahawks are a team that has no injuries really, and they still lost the Rams. So yeah,
I'm just saying if they played again right now, I think the Seahawks would win.
not after last week. That would kill.
The
Sam
Buccaneers defense is trash, Tony.
They got the pick against Sam Darnold like last game. Same thing could happen with the Bills. It's
Could if we are you the if guy now?
no, because if the not Buccaneers, the Bills. The only reason why I put them higher is just because Josh Allen had a really great game this week, and I'm gonna give him credit for that. So that's the only reason why. If you want to put Seahawks number 7, I don't care. I disagree because you're still so mushy gushy with the Seahawks for some reason. Even after
I think their
even
defense
after
is
what
legit.
I said, yeah, of
After
course their
this
defense
week,
is legit.
Their
but
defense
still.
is absolutely legit. The only issue they have is they need to
Sam
find a way
Darnold.
to fix Sam Darnold.
reason
which
why-
I think they could.
The
figure
only
out.
reason why you're so soft with Sam Darnold is because he's a lot like Dak Prescott.
No,
Yes, he is.
that has nothing to do with it. and I don't even think that's
1000%.
accurate. 1,000%.
Everyone watching this video, same thing with Dak. Pressure gets to him, he doesn't win games. But when you have a good lead, he'll
What
keep
does
that lead.
Mahomes do under pressure? Every quarterback, when they are under pressure and their receivers aren't getting open, is gonna do
Who says
that.
they aren't getting open?
I'm saying that Patrick Mahomes had Tom Brady in 2007 in the Super Bowl.
Sure. No, but Patrick Mahomes under pressure has made very clutch moments. And under pressure doesn't necessarily mean you're getting blitzed. It means game on the line. You got so much time left to get a score. Dak's not that kind of quarterback. Sam Darnold's not that kind of quarterback. Patrick Mahomes has done it a lot. Tom Brady's done it a lot. Peyton Manning's done a lot. Aaron Rodgers done it a lot.
This is turning into the
Dak has barely done.
We're not even talking about Dak.
No, yeah, but I'm trying to give you an example because you're talking about Sam Darnold and you're talking about Seahawks, and it's the same. The reason why you like so much because they're like the Cowboys.
They're actually the exact opposite of the Cowboys because they have a legitimate defense.
No, because Dak's kind of quarterback just like Sam
I'm not
Darnold
even
with
talking
the pressure.
Would you please shut up about? And Dak Prescott is not here. Okay, yeah, the Cowboys on the board.
But you're talking about Seahawks about why I put them lower. It's like because Sam Darnold, and you're trying to like
his
about Sam
only argument he has is that I'm a Cowboys fan, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
that's what his argument is.
I'm saying you have a soft spot for Sam Darnold because
it's
he's
not
like that.
Soft spot.
Yes, you do.
Why is it a soft spot for you?
Because after this week, you still won't admit that the Seahawks are going to lose probably first game in the playoffs because of what happened. I
definitely don't think they're going to lose first week of the playoffs.
When you play, unless they play like the Bears, then I'd say they have a chance.
Well, the Bears. Let's see. I think they beat Philly.
No.
Yeah, because the Eagles might
Eagles
will even score 10 points.
Do you know how many interceptions?
Eagles will not score 10 points against that defense.
How many interceptions Sam Darnold could throw with the kind of pressure the Eagles are going to bring on them if they play them?
I think that the game plan would be that they're going to literally play mistake-free football. They're going to come with the game plan
again,
like that.
Because he's a Cowboys fan, he's a big hater about the Eagles.
He doesn't need to throw the ball 30 times to beat the Eagles.
You can't run the ball against a defensive line either, really.
Well, if you're throwing the ball, it's going to be short stuff. It's not going to be, let's chuck it down the field because your defense is going to be able to get it done against that terrible Philly offense.
I still think that's not true. I highly doubt that would happen.
Okay. So overall, the list is okay. His arguments are weak, but
they're not weak.
Yes, they are. You haven't given any valid critique.
Yes, I have. Oh my gosh! How many critiques are you're just
okay? How
so
much
dumb.
The team was so good against the Rams.
What?
The Seahawks were so good besides Sam Darnold against the Rams that they were a field goal away from winning that game, despite Sam Darnold not playing well. That should tell you something.
Seahawks deep, yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't matter because if your quarterback's awful, you'll never win a game.
He's not awful.
He played awful against a legit team.
He's a top 10 quarterback right now.
He's top 10 quarterback statistically, but not in the playoffs. He's one of the quarterbacks I would not trust.
Well, he hasn't really played in the playoffs.
And look what happened when he played the Rams. Is his kryptonite, honestly.
Jeez.
Look what happened in the playoffs last year with the Rams.
Don't trust Daniel Jones then, buddy.
Daniel Jones had a good game in the playoffs.
He had one good game. Okay.
He's only been in the playoffs once. He's only been in the playoffs once. I've seen Dak repeat it over and over in the playoffs. Daniel Jones went once to the playoffs, and he had a good game, and then he had a bad game. So I don't know about Daniel Jones. I don't know.
Okay, well, for you,
I haven't seen enough.
Too, then we're gonna drop the Broncos.
No, because Broncos last year were a team that they showed a lot of promise.
I'm just saying, if you're want to talk about a quarterback that I don't trust in the playoffs, it's Bo Nix.
This year I would because of his fourth quarter comebacks.
Nope.
Yep.
Because in the playoffs, he's not going to be able to do what
every situation in the playoffs, I take Bo Nix over Dak right now because he's clutch. He makes again. You're so focused on stats. Everyone's focused on stats.
It's nothing to do with stats.
Yes,
it's also he looks really, really awful in 3 quarters.
And then
the majority of his games.
And then what happens in the fourth quarter?
He comes back and wins. All 4 quarters against the Raiders.
Let me tell you something.
The Raiders.
When Bo Nix needs to get down the field and score, has he done it almost every time this year? Actually, he has done it every time this year because the Broncos missed a field goal or something in the last game against the Colts.
Well, the Colts, and then what's the
Colts? He missed a field goal. Then he lost to Chargers by a field goal, or no, by more than that. But that's just one game. That's one game where it wasn't his fault, or where it could have been his fault.
Sure. But I'm just saying, luck runs out.
It's not luck. It's called clutch.
Tim Tebow was the exact same way, Tony. Luck's going to run out.
No.
Luck will definitely run out.
No, it won't. I mean, luck could run out, but I just don't think I don't see that happening. You're just upset that the Broncos is going to get more playoff wins. Something
Tony,
like
that. You and your stupid. I'm going to be so upset. I don't give a a hoot.
No, because a lot of these quarterbacks are just having much more impressive games than Dak. That's all I'm saying. And every team with these quarterbacks that like aren't the flashiest statistics, he keeps criticizing these quarterbacks. I'm like, sorry, but they're making good plays when they have to.
What does Bo Nix have that Dak doesn't?
Fourth quarter comebacks.
A number 1 defense in the league. If he didn't have, okay, let's put him on the Cowboys for the first 9 weeks. What's their record?
No, Cowboys are just an awful team in
They're
general.
like lucky if they win 1 or 2 games.
The Cowboys are just an awful team in general. And no, he would have won more games at this point.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
And not to mention, Seppi, the Cowboys are just the Cowboys, and under Jerry Jones, they'll always be awful.
Well, that's my point. You can't say your comparisons are completely illegitimate because he has the number 1 defense on his team.
That's a statement, not a fact.
Don't have.
That's just a statement, not even a fact. That's just your own statement. That's not even a fact.
Okay. He has a top 3 defense in the league, and they are what keep them in games so he can come back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but he made a comeback drive against the Chiefs defense. That's impressive.
And how many points did their defense hold the Chiefs to?
Doesn't matter. I'm talking about the last drive.
Absolutely matters.
It does matter, but I'm saying that like if Dak also had the same position, same opportunity, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't be able to do it.
Here's what I say. I think that if Dak was the quarterback for the Chiefs, they would have won that game.
No.
Yep.
Heck no.
Yes.
No. Do you see how dumb Cowboys fans are? Or at least the Dak Prescott lovers? Nobody agrees with that. Nobody would agree with that.
I'm not even going to give your list a grade because
I hate a nerve. I hate a nerve. Sabby, nobody actually thinks that Dak is that level of a quarterback. He's the same as Sam Darnold statistically. You look on a piece of paper, great. When you watch him, it's like when against a good team's game on the line, it's like I don't trust either of them.
The Bo Nix has great stats in the fourth quarter, but all the other quarters he doesn't. And he looks terrible too, Tony.
Which quarter matters? The last quarter?
It matters. That's the only quarter that matters if you have a great defense that can keep you in the game. Tony, you literally are just singling out.
Not just Cowboys. I'm talking about general.
So the only reason they have won games is because of Bo Nix. Bo Nix just changed his name to the Denver Bo Nixes.
No, but he's a part of it.
He's a part of it, but a bigger reason is their defense.
Sure, I guess if you want to say that their defense is really good. But I'm saying if you put Dak on the Broncos, he would not make those drives that Bo Nix
They would
has.
actually score more points.
No,
in
they
the first
wouldn't.
3 quarters.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, yes, they would in the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter they would blow it and they lose.
How would they blow it if their defense is so good?
No. I'm gonna say that let's say they scored, the game's still close. Dak's gonna blow it. That's what would happen with the Broncos. Dak was on the Broncos. He would not have all those impressive fourth quarter comebacks that Bo Nix has done. The most important quarter.
I cannot wait the day of Dak.
The most important. It will never happen as long as he's on the Cowboys. The only way I will ever be wrong about Dak is if he goes to another team, like I said, the Raiders or something. Then maybe he'd have something.
Just
to
so
prove.
You guys know, he's never wrong. By the way,
in this situation, I'm not.
He's never wrong about anything.
No, I'm wrong about certain things, but with Dak,
okay,
I'm not wrong.
Name one.
You name one that you think I'm wrong about.
No, you gotta name it.
Which one am I wrong? I was wrong that I said the Bills missed the playoffs. I was wrong about that. Beginning of the season, I said the Falcons make the playoffs. I was really wrong about that. I said the Steelers make the AFC Championship. Right now, that does not look like a good. That's probably not going to happen. So yeah, I've been wrong about some things. There are names 3.
Well,
I named 3 for you.
Actually, well, except for the Falcons one, you don't know any of that for a fact. So anyway,
what do you mean?
Never mind.
So now you're saying that I could be right.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that you just name stuff that you don't know if you're actually wrong on yet.
Okay, Falcons missing the play. Falcons not making the playoffs.
Besides
that's one mistake that I made. Some picks I made, like the upset this week of Vikings Bears. I was wrong about that. See, I can name things I'm wrong about.
Anyway,
you thought you had me.
Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonio.
And this has been Dynamite Duo Sports, or what? It was something.
Wow, this can be a long video.
Yep, but I'm not recording it.